Okay, g'day guys. I'm just going to quickly show you a few things about PlusSpec, and I'm going to run through the tools and show you what it does. Alright, we've got a toolbars up here. This one here, basically you go and put your name and so on so that you can write in your details. It is important, so spend the time, fill it in properly because it will make a lot of sense later. Okay, you don't have to do it first. It can be done at any time in the job, but it's important. Okay, we've got a toolbar here, which basically can move around anywhere, or you can dock it. Inside of the toolbar, we've got tools. Now this one here will do a takeoff and estimate from what you've drawn. I'll show you how that works later. You've got a scale tool, which essentially you can bring in a scan plan or something like that, and you can scale the plan and draw straight over top of it. We've got a floor tool, we've got a wall tool, a window tool, and I'll go through all these shortly, and a door tool, and we've got a column or a post tool, a roof tool, stair tools. Everything inside of all these tools is all parametric, which means you can move it around later. This one here is a really powerful tool. It's a scene generator, so what it'll do, a lot of people say that SketchUp looks a little bit like The Simpsons. So you click this one here, it'll create all your scenes and elevations and even sections and floor plans, so on. And it's got some really good things about it. It's definitely something I use every day. Okay, you've got a grid tool. Some people like to draw on grids. I do sometimes. I'll draw on a grid for you. This one here will clean up and purge. At the moment it's probably not that important. This one here goes to a model library, which is a whole heap of products that you can download, for instance toilets or baths or sinks or something like that. And this one here's a BIM tool, so you can create your own customized products that can be estimated and quantified later. And this one's an interact tool. I'm going to quickly draw a grid. You can put in the spacings of the grid and so on if you choose. I'm just going to drag one out. You can put it wherever you want to, and you can type in the size you want the grid to be. It might be the block size or something. Okay, so I've got something to draw on here. There's nothing in this model other than it was fresh from SketchUp. And as soon as I click this tool here, you'll notice it takes a second to load. This is the first time I've opened up PlusSpec. It's working inside of SketchUp, and we've got a set of tools in here that will come through, and we can type in the height of the wall, the size, the height of the window, the type of construction, so it might be block, brick, double brick, whatever. I'm going to choose brick veneer here, and we can put in, if it's an existing house that you're going to draw and you're doing an extension on it, you'll probably click existing and it will basically not quantify anything that you've drawn with that button ticked. Inside of here you've got materials for your timbers, which might be, say, frames because it's a brick veneer house. So you can change the size of your frames and so on. Inside of this one here, you've got your internal lighting. So see this little red line over here? That's resembling the side of the wall that you're selecting a material for. So your insulation would be in there. You can go and change your insulation properties, your termite barrier, your brick hardware, the type of brick you're going to use. I'm going to quickly just go and go submit, and I'm going to draw up a wall. Now I'm drawing clockwise, basically just so I get the right materials in the right spot. And I go back and click onto here. Now I have 4 walls. Inside of these walls, they're all parametric, so that we can change them around, we can move them around. I'm going to stick a window in here, and if you've ever used SketchUp or even 3D software before, you'll notice that's happening pretty quick and very flexible. I'm going to go and put a door in this wall here. So I'm going to go to my doors. You can change the different types of doors and windows, of course. So I'm going to go down and just say I'm going to go a swinging external door and go submit. If I want to figure out where it was going to go in the wall, I can just write in down the bottom here. You'll see that there's a measurement. If I type in, say, 1 meter, now it started at a meter, and I can type in the size of the door. So I'm going to write in 820 because it's a standard door size. Okay, now we've got a door. I'm going to put another different type of door over here. As I said before, you can change the types of doors that you put in. So I'm going to use a bifold door in this one here. I'm going to go submit. And I'm going to go in. I'm not going to write in the size of this one because it's only just to show you. And we've got doors. Now I mentioned this tool up here before, the scene tool. It's very, very powerful, and it works very, very well. It does so much in such a little amount of time. I've clicked on it and I've got my elevations. You can change the names of these elevations. You can put scenes in. You can put sections in. There we go. So you notice we've got a section there. Okay, if I turn my section plane off and go back to my section, now I have a section through the house. We can go to all, which will basically show everything that it's drawn, so including lintels inside of walls and timber studs. If you're going to present to a customer or just get a cleaner feel, a lighter model, you can turn the structural off. But if you want to turn the structural on, you can now zoom in and you can have a look at the frame and what's required to build this particular construction method. We can go to external, so it's just our external walls. It's showing lintels on the inside. It's showing just the external wall. You see the door still sticking through the inside. We can go to our internals. So with our internals, you notice we can start to look at, okay, well, what type of insulation is in there, and I think I showed you before that we could change these things. So I'm going to select this wall, so I clicked on it, spacebar, and then click will select the wall. I'm going to go back to my wall tool, and I'm going to go into my materials, and I'm going to change the type of insulation on this wall. So I'm going to go down to say an R2.5 bat, and I'm also going to go and change the type of brick on this wall. Let's choose anything here and click enter. Notice that it changed the insulation R value on that wall according to the other one. And if I go to say back to all, you'll also notice that it changed the brick on that wall. So it's a pretty quick change. Okay. I'm now going to go and put a roof on this. Now we've got a new roof tool out, which is pretty powerful. I'm going to go to my internal, because being a brick veneer house, we draw frames. I'm just going to draw a rectangle over now. This is just with SketchUp. Okay, and I'm going to select that face with the spacebar, and I'm going to go to my roof tool, and I'm going to select the second icon, which is a roof, and I can change the pitch of my roof. So I'm going to leave it at 25, and I might change the roof to say a slate roof. And I'm going to go, you can change the layers and how everything fits out, so you can put in the scheduling of the job. Go submit. You'll notice that it created a roof. If I go back to all, we can then go and select the roof and say, well, we want it to have a gable end on it. So I'll go to here. You'll notice that we've got these things are going red. I'm going to select this edge here, and up here it's a 90 degree, and that's an overhang of my gable. Go submit. Now I have a gable on the end of it. Obviously the wall's too low, so I can go back and select the wall, go back inside of my wall tool, and I can say that I want this to now be a gable wall. See, that went red. It's just telling me I need to tell it something. I need to tell it what pitch. Now I made that a 25 degree pitch. Okay, now we have a bit of a house. Now we can delete that roof and make another type of roof, and we can just go Control Z and undo if we want to, and it'll undo the last moves. There's so much more to what we can do here. We can go and start splitting walls up, which is a really powerful tool. So by right clicking, I got a thing that said split wall. I'm going to split this wall twice. Enter. Now I can start to mold my house. So inside of the wall tool, it's actually got a thing that allows us to move things around. Now the reason why I deleted that roof is because I'm going to change the way it is. It doesn't have to be on axes. You can go off axes. We can move other walls around very quickly and easily and start to mold a house. Now I'm not getting, as you can see, I'm not getting into too much design here, guys. I'm just drawing up something really basic, but whether you're doing a commercial building or a residential construction, you can do this very quickly. Now if I want to create a roof for that particular type of wall, I can then go in and do my rectangle again, which is inside of SketchUp, and there, and I'm going to go back over to here. I'm going to put another rectangle in. Now I'm going to quickly create another roof. Alright, go back to my roof tool, select the center one there, select the pitch, and maybe this time I'll go metal, and you can select the overhang, the eaves, and everything like that. You can go through, change the layers, whatever you want to do. Now I have a pitch roof. Let's go back to elevation so we can see what it is we're actually starting to draw up here. We've got elevations that can be exported to CAD as a DWG. We can put in windows in these elevations. It's very free and makes it very easy. Everything's updating as we go. So yeah, I can go through and I can have a look at my sections. You notice that section's still there. I can go to another section and move this one around again. Let's move it around over here. Okay, I can turn that section plane off, go back to the section, and now we've got our section in there. You can add detail inside of that as well. Isometric views, all, structure off, go back to my frame. Still got our frame in there. As I put more windows, it updated it. You know, there's a lot of things in here. There's sketchy lines and different scenes and styles and so on. They're all created for you automatically. Site plan, say I said I wanted to look at a slab plan, which I haven't done yet. a floor plan. Okay, if I want to change around the way my doors worked, this little interact tool up here that I mentioned earlier will change the way that the door swings. It will change, everything, so we can start to get a plan that we can dimension up later, whether it be in CAD or whether it be in layout with SketchUp Pro. So look, all of this information is great for visualization. You can start to do a walkthrough with clients. We might want to turn our structure off and have a walkthrough. We can change the walls and put wallpaper on the wall if we want to. There's so much power in behind this, guys. It's sort of difficult to explain how much in one go. I'm going to put wallpaper on, and we can look through the different styles of wallpaper by using the up and down arrow and click enter. Okay, now we've got wallpaper on the walls. One thing I think is really important about this is we can do a takeoff. Now that makes it really powerful whether you're an architect, a builder, or just a homeowner. We can quickly find out how much is inside this model by clicking this tool. As I click that, you notice it quickly went through and it created a list of materials that we put in. So there's our windows that we put in. It's the size of the window, the style of the window, so it's sliding. Our brickwork is giving us quantities of bricks. Now you'll see that I've got a couple of different walls there. It's done the quantity on those walls. It went through, it measured our gutter, it measured our roof, our eave lining, our fascia, insulation. You notice I changed insulation in there before. Door furniture, so it chose the door stop, the door handle, internal finishes, so gyprock, aqua check. I can go through and change that, and there's also our wallpaper and the amount of quantity of wallpaper there. You can do the same thing with paint. Swinging doors, okay, here's my external door. I wrote in 820 before, if you're not sure if you remember, and also had a bifold door in there. You can copy and paste this information straight into your documentation, or you can change what's written in there if you please, whatever that might be. And we've got glass and a whole heap of different things. So that's a really powerful tool from what I drew. So not only did we create elevations, floor plans, we also created sections. We also created a full 3D model that people can walk through. So guys, I hope that helps you out a fair bit. It's the quickest explanation I can give. Alright, speak soon. Cheers.